Hi, my name is Prashant. I live in Suva. I love Mirchi FM because Mirchi FM it's hot.
Mirchi FM, it's hot.
Yadavanaka and good morning, Fiji. In this bulletin, Housing Authority investigation wraps up. Landlords under the microscope. And Old Capital rate payment an issue.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Jackie Smith.
Fiji is lagging behind on the sugarcane sector by producing only 16 tonnes per acre. This has been revealed by the Agriculture Ministry, which says the low efficiency and productivity amongst the various crops and livestock sector is one of the major setbacks for them. Apart from sugar, rice and livestock farms are also lagging. This is mainly due to the diseases such as brucellosis and tuberculosis. The agriculture sector is only realising 20% of its potential as farmers are failing to produce due to certain factors.
The average productivity of sugarcane, average partial productivity is about 40 tons per acre. We are operating at about 16 tons per acre. And in that manner, you can work it out, compute partial productivity in rice, in cassava and dalo, vegetables. We know that we are around basically on the left of the mean productivity. And until we reverse this, where our cattle, beef cattle and dairy cattle are totally free from brucellosis and TB, then we can increase the number of head and then we can raise milk production and beef cattle production.
The 5-member committee established to look into the possible irregularities and fraudulent transactions in Housing Authority has wrapped up its public inquiry. The committee was established to conduct a holistic review of the approval processes in the allotment of plots by the authority and review the anomalies experienced by customers. Chair Seema Shandil says they are now working on the report, which is expected to be ready in a week and presented to the Housing Authority Board. She says they had a good response from Fijians.
In total, we have around 240 plus people who have actually come to us with their grievances, and all their grievances have been noted down, and that will be part of our report.
Energy Fiji Limited has raised concerns regarding landlords who are complacent about the safety of their tenants. This, as EFL has noted many rented properties with unsafe electrical wiring, which poses threats to occupants' well-being. Chief Executive Hasmukh Patel stresses safety is paramount for all owners and tenants alike, but this at times is not being taken into consideration. He says that registered electrical contractors should be hired to do the work. Patel says these people are experts and will know if wiring has deteriorated and may cause a problem in the future, and if immediate work needs to be carried out.
Electrical safety within your premises is paramount because it affects the lives of our family and family members. So I just like to tell all our customers who are our electricity customers that you have to ensure that the electrical wiring within your premises, house or whatever it may be is up to standard, and it has not sort of deteriorated over a period of time and are posing as a risk or a hazard.
Rate collection is under scrutiny in Levuka after the Ministry of Local Government discovered there was laxity on the Town Council's part. Further inquiry into the matter has shown some Fijians have left the country without clearing their rates or are living on Viti Levu but own properties in Levuka. Minister Pramila Kumar says the Levuka Municipal Council needs funds to operate, but with ratepayers not being cooperative, public services may hang in the balance.
There are people who have migrated abroad or they're living abroad but they have not paid their rates. Also, there are ratepayers who have got their homes in Levuka but they're living on the main island now. They're living in Viti Levu and they're not paying their rates.
The Consumer Council is calling on Suva Retailers Association to exercise social responsibility and to ensure that Suva on Sale offers a bargain to customers. The Suva on Sale is scheduled from the 5th to the 10th of next month. Council Chief Executive Seema Shandil says the traders should be honest and drop prices during the sale period. Shandil is urging consumers to be wary and alert while taking advantage of the sale.
What they need to do, they still have time, so what they need to do is they need to go around and check the prices now, so that when Suva is on sale, they can actually compare prices and see whether there is a drop in the prices, and then they can take advantage of the sale.
Most Fijians might be curious about the current status of various important documents that were either signed or handed over by His Royal Highness Prince Charles during Fiji's Independence Day in 1970. FBC News delved into the National Archives of Fiji to take a glance at Fiji's independence order, or our first constitution, which has paved the way for the late Ratu Kamisese Mara's government administration in the 1970s. Assistant Archivist Xavier Fesaitu says 50 years on, researchers, students, as well as private and public stakeholders are still after this historical record for their perusal.
Lately, since Fiji's, we are going towards the 50th anniversary of Fiji's independence, we have been receiving a lot of requests with regards to these records. People are looking at the history of Fiji, the founding documents of Fiji, and this is one of the founding documents of our country.
Up ahead, Mara Sevens starts today. And Bar prepares for IDC tournament.
Hi, Bula. I'm Selai from Nandi. I love Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
The players are not the only ones excited about the 44th Fiji Bitter Mara Sevens. National Sevens head coach Gareth Baber is looking forward to watching some exciting talent on display over the next 3 days in Suva. Aquila Dama with the details.
Well, I think obviously it's been a long time coming.
Gareth Baber will finally get a chance to watch our national reps playing sevens after 6 months.
And I'm obviously excited about it. I've been wanting to watch sevens. I haven't been able to do anything internationally, and I think that we're blessed here in Fiji to be able to be putting on a quality tournament like Marist. And, you know, from a men's perspective, a 48-team tournament is exceptional. When
the national coach will ensure those in the national squad deliver at the Marist Sevens and also other tournaments before he makes up his mind on who will form his core squad next season.
You know, I know what I've got to do to get the best out of every player that is going to potentially represent Fiji. And one of those things is to ensure that they're playing their best week in, week out in domestic tournaments. And
one of the players Baber will keep an eye on is Police Blue playmaker Levi Ikanikonda.
Last week we've been in camp. Only 1 week for preparation for Marist 7 for defending the title. We've been going through a lot of things, but it was a short time, and thank the boys that they've been playing for the Skipper Cup so that we can maintain our fitness.
Ikanikonda and the other team captains were at the Marist Sevens venue yesterday afternoon for their photo shoot before the tournament starts this morning with the Under-21 competition. Aquila Dama, FBC Sports.
A new format will be followed in this year's 44th Fiji Bitter Mara Sevens tournament. Teams will go through 2 elimination rounds to decide on which team will proceed to the main cup quarterfinal. A number of the teams will be making their debut, and Marist Rugby Club President Lawrence Tikaram says they will be given a chance to get more exposure in the tournament.
Only the top 16 teams in the 4 different color categories will proceed to elimination 1. The balance of the 32 teams will then have to play off in the first pre-elimination games, which will be on Friday night. The 16 teams that win those matches will then meet the top 16 teams that are waiting in elimination 1.
After bowing out of the 2019 Fiji Bitter Mara Sevens tournament semi-final, the Combat Ului Nakau Babas hopes to move a step further this season. The side has been preparing for the tournament in the last 2 months and are eager to showcase their talents in the country's biggest local sevens competition. After playing for Ului Nakau in the tournament for the last 3 years, 24-year-old winger Nora Saku says they won nothing less than the title.
My aim for the upcoming Marist Sevens tournament is for us to win the tournament and reaching top level for the upcoming Marist Sevens tournament, especially taking the cup tournament.
The Bar Football President Reynal Kumar says their past victories in the courts IDC do not matter as much as the team's current form. Ba is the most successful team in the Inter-District Champion, winning 24 finals. The men in black last lifted the trophy 5 years ago when they beat Nandi 2-0 in the final that was held in Ba. However, since then, they have only managed to make the final in 2017, losing to Lautoka. The side has worked on a number of areas, especially after their 0-0 draw with Lautoka last weekend.
Every team will come prepared, no matter what their form is in the league. For IDC, we know each and every team will come prepared, and we can't take any team lightly.
Quick look at the weather map for today. It is Thursday, the 24th of September, a step closer to the weekend. Expect cloudy periods with some showers over the eastern parts and interior of the larger islands. Elsewhere, fine apart from possible afternoon or evening showers, moderate to fresh east to southeast winds. And that is your FBC Morning News. Join us at 1 p.m. and 7 p.m. for our major bulletin. Remember, in times of crisis, you need factual news that you can trust. Stop believing fake news about the COVID-19 on social media. Fight misinformation by getting only the facts about the coronavirus from verified news sources like FBC's TV, radio and digital media news. FBCnews.com.fj, keeping Fijians connected with the truth.
Nada go merere telawa, go ngai tabua, ando talita kana varronga na Radio Fiji 1 nando mai viti.
Radio Fiji 1 nando mai viti.